Hello, dear viewers. This is our weekly program, Future Africa. I'm Makli Lugab hosting the program. Stay with us till the end of the program. Today, I'm joined by Oballa. He's councilman in Austin, Minnesota. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me this opportunity.
Very nice. Just to start with, would you tell us a little bit about yourself first?
My name is Oballa. I fled from Gambela, Ethiopia through the genocide that happened in December 2003. And my family fled the country, and then we lived in a refugee camp for almost 10 years. And then after that, I moved to America. Here I am today, councilman in Austin, Minnesota, my second home from Ethiopia.
Very nice. Just you left Ethiopia because of the genocide which happened there in Gambela. Please, would you take us through that? What happened there?
The genocide in Gambela, especially the Anyuaki specific, is a genocide that happened almost 18 years ago. And seen today, no one in Gambela is talking about that. And until 2018, when Dr. Abiy Ahmed gave the opportunity for a new fresh hair. But before that, since 2003, our tribe, especially the Gambela, has been massacred. Most of our youth has been called shifter. You get shot in downtown Gambela, you get shot in Pinudo, you get shot. The TPLF government been hunting down our people from either starting from Gok or Peno, going after to the border of South Sudan. So our tribe has been a target because our land is so fertile. We have a very rich river. We have a very rich oil in my region, which is Gambela, but we are not developed. So the TPLF government, the Meles government, been using our land, and then he sold our land to foreigner, and we never benefit in that. And through that process, our elders been resisting because every now and then they will be told, hey, you move here, and then someone will come and do farming here. When they ask, they will be put in jail. So that I went through that when I was very young. I didn't know anything. So until we flee the country and run to Kenya, that when we realized, oh, we've been killed because of our land. And none of us been shut down. No one, if you speak, either you get killed or you go to jail. So this is something Ethiopia been using it on our people for almost more than 27 years. So I think at this time now we're fed up, and it's time for us to speak up and have the world know that there's a genocide in Gambela. And if you ask other Ethiopian, do you know Gambela? Some of them, they don't know where Gambela is located. So it's very good to know that Ethiopia is not only for Amara, Ethiopia is not only for Tigray, Ethiopia is not only for Oromo, Ethiopia is not only for Benishangul, Ethiopia is for everyone. Without the 9 region, Ethiopia will not stand as a country.
As you know, even TPLF is just working or just disturbing the nation to be back to the central power right now. As we know also, the American government, especially the Biden administration, is a little bit affectionate with the TPLF government. Why? What's your take up on that?
I think my take up on this is something I've been vocal around it. And the way America been given the disinformation about the war going on in Ethiopia is not satisfying everyone. This is there's an interest in this. So I believe the TPLF government, they've been working with America for so long. They've been a lot of lobby in the House, in the Senate. So they use the resources to blind everyone in the White House and to blind everyone in the Senate by giving those money so that no one can speak up. But Ethiopia, it's time for them to speak up for themselves. TPLF has enough. 27 years they've been in power. So give other people, give other tribe, give other leaders, we need new leaders, new vision, so that Ethiopia can move forward and Ethiopia can grow as a country.
When I come back, for example, today you met with President Joe Biden. Please tell us, would you share us your moment or your sentiment when you met with President Joe Biden?
Well, it was something I got a call from the office of Minnesota State universities, and also which is the governor office. So I got a call, hey, Joe Biden will be in Minnesota and we have a seat for you. So as a young man, I am the only one who, person of color. So, and the youngest elected official. So I'm like, really? The president will be here? And I'm like, okay. So it was a great opportunity. When I went there, I wasn't ready to ask those questions because I wasn't sure if I can meet him, because it's very difficult to meet an American president. But the good thing, when he finished doing his thing, I was able to talk to him in the side, whereby, because he went greeting people, and then him and I had a eye contact, and then I'm like, Mr. President. So, and then he came forward, and then he started asking me those questions, and then I blew up. So I have to bring up the genocide, and I have to bring up what happened in Ethiopia, because he knows about it, and he has to make sure that he's
Sorry for my interruption. What does he know about Ethiopia? Would you share us what he told you?
Well, he didn't share anything with me about Ethiopia. I was just sharing with him what's happening, and I told him my background. I am from Gambela, Ethiopia, and I fled because of a genocide. So, and that genocide being caused by TPLF, and which is the current terrorists, which is want to go back in power. So he knows the name already. So I didn't want him to respond to me. So, and then the good thing, he keep listening, and then he keep listening, and after that he was happy to listen, and that was how everything went on. So, and I was happy that he had the time to listen and just stop for a little bit, because he didn't stop for other people.
Have you told him about the current situation, what's happening here in Ethiopia, and what was his response?
Well, he felt sorry for what is happening in Ethiopia. So he didn't give me specific what he stand, because he know where he's standing. So he should know. And my biggest question to his administration was that America need to stand with the government, because Dr. Abiy Ahmed is duly elected. So I didn't have enough time to share everything what's going on, but I was able to give that few minutes to just give a glimpse of what's happening. So, and that got his attention.
Just if they know that the Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed administration is a duly elected government, why they are so affectionate with the TPLF terrorist group right now in this way?
The TPLF, they don't care about Ethiopia anymore. They don't care about Tigray. They don't care about those young Tigray that they're using. They don't care about anything happening. They don't care about legacy of Ethiopia, because they lose power. What the only mission is for Tigray or the TPLF. Sorry to say the Tigray, the TPLF. The only mission is to destroy Ethiopia, which is no one want to destroy Ethiopia. 2018 was the first democracy election that Abiy Ahmed given to us, and since then we never had something like that. And my parent never voted before. There's no regular election in Gambela before until recently.
Very nice. As you know, right now, Western medias are disseminating fake information, misinformation, disinformation about the Ethiopia. Even the U.S. embassy is just to alarm the U.S. citizens to go out of Ethiopia, to depart from Ethiopia. Why? What's your take on that?
Ethiopian government in the federal level, which has been there for years, because the government of Ethiopia been in America in 1956. We have American students who are here in America studying here. They know what's going on in America. We have so many Ethiopians. So the TPLF has used those resources to send all their relatives, their kids, their children to those big media. So they dominate most of the media. So if on Twitter we have a Tigrayan who is supporting TPLF, they will not speak good about Ethiopia. So the biggest thing is that in every major news outlet, we have TPLF members. So which is very difficult for Ethiopian government to see what's behind this, because American people, they don't know what's going. Is Ethiopians themselves going to those Americans telling this is what's happening?
Okay, as you know, right now, Ethiopia is not fighting by Ethiopian war by itself. It's an African war. So what can we tell for African brothers and sisters to just help Ethiopia in this very hard situation?
Every country is jealous of Ethiopia. So one thing I want Ethiopian to know, either you're Tigray, you're Oromo, you're Anyuag, you're Gambela, you're what, every country, every Western country, they're jealous of Ethiopia, because of the rich diversity and the culture they've been instilled in themselves since the colonization. Ethiopia has not been colonized. So for now, every country is taking a step so that they can divide them and have them kill themselves among themselves, and then the country will fail. So it's up to Ethiopian to think about that. The legacy of Ethiopia is still there, but the African country, because if Ethiopia fail, African continent is failing. South Sudan still need our help. Uganda still need our help. Sudan still need our help. And Ethiopian, if they don't think about that and don't think about the African Union, which is the headquarters in Addis Ababa, we will not have Africa if Ethiopia fail. I don't want my children to one day to be like, where did I come from? And they don't have a country. Like what we have, like Libya. There's no Libya now because they've been divided by themselves. There's no Afghan. There's no Syria because they've been divided by Western world.
Okay, as you know, no more campaigns around to condemn the atrocious crime of the terrorist group. Have you joined that group, and what can you say about that?
Well, I joined the No More intervention in Ethiopia affairs. Ethiopia let them solve their own problem because our problem will not be solved by Al Jazeera. Our problem will not be solved by CNN, or our problem will not be solved by Fox News or BBC. Ethiopian problem will be solved by Ethiopian people. So, and we should not pay more attention. If the American government did not say anything, we will die. No. In 1800, when they are going through colonization, they blocked Ethiopian to not talk to any country in Africa, so that by blocking that, they're making Ethiopia, that they think Ethiopia will be weak. But no, Ethiopia never get weak, and they still defeat Italian. So it's time for us to know that we are rich. We are a rich country, and we are rich in every region, and we should think about that and leave this war alone and move forward as a country with peace. Well, the No More campaign been getting a lot of attention, and we have seen a lot of celebrity like Aircon just joined recently, No More. So No More is not specific about anything specific, or it's just, we don't need no more suffering. We don't need no more war. We need peace. So we don't need other Western media portraying how bad Africa is or how leaders of Africa is. So we don't need that to happen in Ethiopia. So it's been getting a lot of attention from London to France to America, and also in Canada and all those stuff. So it's not Ethiopian only. Everyone, even in Jamaica. So people are standing up with the government of Ethiopia because we need peace, and that's what everyone is dreaming for.
Very nice. Let me bring you to the Biden administration. Do you have any idea that the Biden administration will change its policy on Ethiopia, on the democratically elected government of Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed? What can you say about that? What's your take up on it?
It's not everyone in Biden administration who is against Ethiopia. It's not every American who is against Dr. Abiy government, but is the people who are being paid, is the people who are being used by those money which has been looted by TPLF for the last 27 years, and now they're using those people to speak so that they can silence Ethiopia. So it's difficult to predict, but I think by meantime thing will change, because in America every 2 years there's election. And every 4 years there's election. So it's up to Ethiopian how they will react. So go vote. If you're Ethiopia in diaspora, go vote. And then go vote for someone who support peace in Ethiopia. Don't vote for someone who is putting pressure for war in Africa, or putting war in other part of the world.
That's nice. What do you think is expected from the Ethiopian government?
One thing I have to remind everyone that in 13 days, Gambela people will be mourning the December 13 genocide. December 13 is coming, and this is one of the toughest month for our people, especially the Anuak. On December 13, 2003, you cannot even walk through that street in Gambela. There's blood everywhere. And until today, we don't know where those people are buried. So I don't want any other genocide to happen like that, because the Gambela genocide can be compared with what happened in Rwanda. Because in only 12 hours, 424 people were killed, women being raped, house being burned down. And I want every Ethiopia to know that.
What do you wish for your country?
I wish for peace, and I wish that I can travel here from America, visit home with my family and eat injera, eat kunanywa, eat fish, which is real in my language, and then, and then eat manga, botopeno, whereby I can just walk on the street in Gambela without worry about anything. I can just visit other part of Ethiopia like Jimma, and then going to all those area and play with other Ethiopians without being worried about anything. And peace to be in every corner of Ethiopia. That's my only wish. And I hope as we go into New Year, we will see a good thing happening.
What do you want to tell to Joe Biden about Ethiopia? What he has to know about Ethiopia?
America know everything about Ethiopia. There cannot be nothing else we can add to the discussion. What is Ethiopia? Every country, every Western country know about Ethiopia. What is Ethiopia? Who are Ethiopian? And what are they known for? So I have nothing to tell them, and I have no one to convince. My only message to everyone: if you care about yourself, have that empathy for other people too, and then listen to them. If they want peace, give them peace.
Is there anything that you think is left and you want to say?
One thing I want to say, I want to echo one of the guy who recently said that a victory for Ethiopia is a victory for Africa. And this is true. And this is one thing I will say. There's no Ethiopia without Afar. There's no Ethiopia without Amara. There's no Ethiopia without Oromo. There's no Ethiopia without Gambela. There's no Ethiopia without Benishangul. There's no Ethiopia without Central, North, West, and every corner. Ethiopia is existing because of those 9 regions and because of those diversity that we bring into ourselves, the culture that we bring into ourselves, and being united, and no one ever colonized our country. We have to think about that.
The National Defense Force is liberating different parts, which was already invaded by the TPLF terrorist group. How do you get that, and what's your emotion sentiment on that?
I will leave that to Dr. Abiy to deliver what he knows, because he's a soldier and he's on the front line. And my only wish for everyone who is in the front line, they will come home safe, and one day everyone will live in peace.
As you know, the Prime Minister is also at the front line, just fighting the terrorist group. What's your take upon that?
Well, as I said, I think Dr. Abiy is a patriot. He's someone that who loves his country, and he's the only prime minister or the only president, the head of state, who removed his tie and wear a boot and wear a soldier cloth and go back and say, I will face the enemy. No one ever has done that in this century. I think he's a hero, and every Ethiopian should be proud of him, and I hope he be safe.
What President Joe Biden told you about Ethiopia and his sentiment? I want you to tell me clearly about that. Please briefly tell us about that.
Joe Biden didn't give me a direct statement about what's happening. He just felt sorry about my story, because I was just sharing my story and how I made it to this country. So, and I'm looking forward to have more arrangement and talk with his staff and share more of my story, because for the last 27 years, no one have ever heard about my tribe. No one have ever heard about Anuak, or no one ever know if we existing in this world. So, and I want to use my voice for those voiceless children in Gambela, for those voiceless children in South Sudan border who are running because my tribe being marginalized by anyone. Anyone will come to Gambela and do their own thing and then go away and then take away what we have. My biggest mission is that to speak up and always share their suffering. I'm looking forward to use my voice to talk to every elected official in America, either the president or the state senate, and so that I can bring them on the table.
As you know, there is a problem in our country right now. Is there anything that he said clearly to you about what's happening in Ethiopia at this time?
As I said, he did not have a direct comment. He felt sorry about what happening through my life with my story. So he knows what's going on in Ethiopia. So he's a president. He cannot just disclose something like that. So, and I was happy that I was able to meet him. The first kid from Gambela to meet the president. So I was happy that I was able to meet him. I was able to shout out and to get his attention and come and talk to me. And I'm looking forward to asking more questions if I have the opportunity to visit the White House.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate that.
Thank you very much. And I appreciate for this opportunity.
Dear viewers, with that, we come to the end of our today's program. Many thanks for watching and have a good time.